It's over! Another year is done. Hello everyone, Judge Sapphire here, and it's been a very quick year for me. Like, to me, I blinked from New Year of 2025 and now we're coming into the New Year of 2026 and it's just flown. Like, it's been a very busy year for me, but at the same time, I haven't done much. Like, it's just been a lot of work going into like myself in a sense. I know that sounds really weird for me to talk about this, but like I've been working on basically trying to improve my mental health and trying to improve my skills as one, an artist, and two, just my general knowledge of editing. I've been experimenting a lot more with different aspects of editing, and it's been something that I've been semi embracing as much as I can. I'm still sticking to the basics. I'm not one to do a lot of flashy things, but I started including more sound effects and stuff like that. At least I'm trying to. I really want to get some kind of music editing software so then I can make my own bits of music to add to my videos, but that is something I doubt I'll be doing anytime soon. But speaking of things that I would like to do, obviously New Year, New Year's resolutions. Perhaps one would be able to talk better because I can't. So obviously everyone does this. When New Year hits, we all make these promises to ourselves that we're going to try and keep, and then we end up not keeping them within the first month. I'm very guilty of doing that. So this is going to be my sort of video talking about what I want to try. Emphasis on the try to do this year. And that is pretty much stuff that's actually already in the works, because for a long time I've wanted to do movie reviews. And I keep promising myself I'll do them, and then things come up as they do, and then I never get a chance to do them. And yet I do like the work, like the basis of the videos I'm going to do. I start writing the scripts, but then once the scripts go missing, I procrastinate and then I don't do anything about it. So this year, I really hope to do reviews on movies. And the type of movies I'm going to be doing reviews on, hopefully, is older type movies. So some black and white. They're going to be like movies that are at least over 20 years old, but I'm focusing more older than that. But I'm also going to be focusing on bad movies because they are so much fun to talk about. Like, they're so bad, some of them, they're just good. Like, and I really want to do that this year. I'm not going to do it like so many a month. I'm going to do one a month, hopefully, because a lot of people on YouTube have done movie reviews. I'm just going to put my own spin on it. I'm just going to talk a lot about them and what I think about them personally. So that's what I'm hoping to do this year. Another thing I'm hoping to do is animation. I really want to get more into making my own little animated like clips and maybe stories. I've been writing since I can remember, and I really want to make an animated series based on the stories I'm writing. But obviously you need a full cast, you need a lot of like editing, like sound, which includes music, voices, and obviously for voices you need actors, and obviously for actors you need a crew, and blah 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 blah. It gets a whole huge burden all at once. So that is a long-term goal for me. But this year I'm going to start off just thinking about animating and working on animations, not massive ones, just semi ones that could tell like sweet short stories and fan videos of other YouTubers that I love. So that's something I'm hoping to do as well this year, because animation is so underrated and I love it. And I've admired it all my life. My favourite movies are animated. My favourite TV series are animated. And I want to be able to do that for myself, just for the love of it. And it's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of learning. But that's what I'm going to love about it, is because I've already started teaching myself to some extent and trying to find the easiest way of doing it. Not easy as in, I'm lazy and I want to do it quick and without any faff and stuff. I want to do it without any faff because I don't want to be discouraged. That is one of my goals, because I get so demotivated so easily, and probably a lot of you do too. And I wanted something that could feel organic because I'm a traditional artist. I'm not a digital artist. I've tried digital art a lot of my life and it's really unnatural to me. It's unnatural to someone who loves drawing with pencils and pens. Like I don't even like painting. Like my go-to with art is drawing with a pen or a pencil. So I wanted something that I could feel like is the next evolution for my drawing in a digital way. So that's something I've been exploring this year, and I want to continue exploring in the new year because it's been real fun and I wanted to work on it more. But obviously Christmas and this time of year is one of the busiest times. So I haven't had a chance to just go, right, I got 2 hours to kill. And I know that sounds a lot, but it does take a lot to work on animation or drawing in general. But I want to have like more time to just sit and be like, you know what, got 2 hours to chill and do whatever I want. Let's do some drawing and let's do some digital drawing. And so a lot of 2025 for me was more exploring what I need to be able to make transferring my art to digital the easiest for me. So now it's new year, I actually want to start projects and get them done. I want to actually start making animations and watching them come alive. Like that's what I want to do. I want to start developing stories, most likely, as I said, short stories to begin with, and then go into actually telling this story that I've been writing since I was a kid. So that's another. I know it sounds weird. I'm talking about my New Year's resolutions, and probably learning to talk better is one. Though I do give myself leeway with that. Another aspect of YouTube that I want to do in the new year is maybe I have been doing a lot of nostalgic games, and I have a handful that I want to carry on. So it's not really a goal as such is to do nostalgic games. It's more goal of do more nostalgic games. So just carry that on because I love playing them. It reminds me of what got me into gaming as a child. Like what made me enthusiastic about it? What made me fall in love with it? Fall in love with these fictional worlds that are, you can interact with and mess around with. It's it's something I really, really want to do more of. Like, because it's really hard to get them. But I have a handful already, so I can easily just carry those on through the new year. I don't have any more Scooby-Doo ones, sadly, but hopefully that changes. Hopefully I'm able to find some more. Because there's nothing more fun than a Scooby-Doo game where you get to play as any member of the mystery gang and solve easy clues and stuff like that. I love it. It's so much fun. So that's what I wanted. But another thing as well, because I said these are things I'm going to try and do. A lot of the problems with New Year's is we're going to be like, right, this is the year I'm going to do it. This is the year I'm going to do it. I don't want that attitude. Because a lot of people, once they fall out of a goal, they stop it. And I am guilty as charged for doing that. So I want to remind myself that just because it didn't work out on the first day doesn't mean I shouldn't keep going at it. I hope you guys think about that too, because just as we're getting a new year, every day is a new day. Every week is a new week. Every month is a new month. And that should also be something we think about with our goals. Like, I don't want to go into like the first month of New Year and think, well, nothing's changed. This is not working out and stuff. I don't want to just give up. And that's something that is also a bit of a New Year's goal, is to basically adopt the mindset of keep trying. Because this is the thing. A few years ago wanted to start, like years ago actually, I wanted to start YouTube. And I was never able to do it because I didn't have the knowledge, I didn't have the tech, and I didn't have the encouragement and motivation to do it for myself. And now, not only am I more comfortable with editing, I'm more comfortable with like making thumbnails. I love making thumbnails. They are so much fun. And that was easier obviously than doing like editing or anything like that. Obviously that would be the first thing that I would become more comfortable with. But because of doing the thumbnails, I'm exploring other ways of editing things and changing the colors, changing the saturations and stuff like that. It's becoming more like doing thumbnails. It's just fun on its own, let alone editing a video or anything like that. And I was so worried about editing, and I love it now. It's not the funnest part of doing YouTube. It's, to be honest, can be a bit stressful at times, but I do love it. And that's the thing I want to keep reminding myself, because for years I was like, oh, I can't do this, so I'm not going to bother. This year I want to be like, I can't do this, so I'm going to bother. I'm going to have a go. Because I want to. I want to get more musical. I want to get more skilled with digital projects. It's something that I've always been fascinated about. I love watching, especially like in the early years of Disney, which makes me really sad now that a lot of it isn't hand drawn, but watching the original animators like with like references in front of them and watching them sketch and move things about on a piece of paper is incredible, and it's so underappreciated. And I have heard that Disney are considering bringing back hand-drawn animators, which I think would be amazing, because there's nothing like it. Like, there's nothing more beautiful than seeing what someone in particular an artist can do on a piece of paper is, oh, it's breathtaking seeing it come to life. And like with Scooby-Doo when I was a kid, and I know a lot of people criticize it because it's like it's the same food over and over again on the table, but you gotta appreciate the fact that they had a very short schedule. They had to make it, so many frames within a certain period of time, so it'll be easier just to recycle drawings they've already done, which I also slightly want to recreate, because with those type of series, if you look at the Flash Gordon animated series, the Star Trek animated series, and Scooby-Doo, of course, and so on and so forth, they reused a lot of their animated shots, but it also gives it that character as well, even though they're the same shots. It kind of was like you could see and feel the person working behind the screen, oh, I need to do this scene so quickly, give me my old sketch from season 1 or something like that. You can still hear it, and in a way, when I do my series, which I'm hoping to do, I kind of want to recreate that. Not only because, one, it would be easier, but also it'd be nostalgic for me creating it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm doing what animators did back in the 60s. I would love that. So, yeah, I know I'm going off on a tangent because I'm talking about a bunch of things all at once, because these are things I'm really passionate about achieving. Maybe not in this new year, which is why, again, I emphasize the try. Because at the end of the day, I feel like as soon as we say, oh, I'm going to do this in the new year, these are my New Year's resolutions or promises, I feel like once we, follow our routine or slip up or whatever, I feel like it discourages us from trying again. So, obviously the most common New Year's resolutions are going to the gym, eating more healthy, including more veg in our food and stuff like that. It's, they're the most common ones, but I think one that isn't so common is the idea of not give up. Because everyone's like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And then they, get discouraged or unmotivated, or something comes up that gets in the way. So I'm hoping that in the future, a New Year's resolution that becomes more common is the idea of I will try and I will try. Because I always felt guilty for trying, because it felt like I was never good enough. Oh, I can only try, I can't achieve. To me, try was on the bottom end of the scale, and achieve was on the top end. And if you try, it means you're never going to get to succeed. That's how my mind worked for such a long time. But now, especially with looking at myself since I started YouTube, I got better equipment, I got better software, and some old software. Most of my thumbnails are made on PowerPoint, because I just love tinkering with all the stuff you can do to change your pictures and stuff on there. I don't know why the blur the blur edit on it, I just love using that. I overuse that like anything. But I really got discouraged from trying, because it felt like that was all I was doing. And in a sense it was, but in a sense that's all we're ever doing. because I'm always trying, and sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes I can't do things because, things get in the way, or I don't have those abilities yet. Just like I didn't have the ability to edit or mess around with tech as much as I do. Like, I built a computer a few years ago, which, okay, I built it with help from other people, but I never thought I could do that in my life. Like, it's something I'm trying to have a more positive aspect, because I am a pessimist at heart. And trying to have a positive outlook on things is like when you have two different magnetic charges and you're trying to put them together and they won't touch because they're both resisting each other's, power. So I really want to try and give myself a bit of leeway with trying. Because I think one of my most hated quotes is actually from one of my favourite Star Wars characters, which is, "Do or do not, there is no try." So, because to me it's basically saying, like, okay, you can't try at things, you can only do things, which is wrong, because some of the best things in human history have been achieved through trying. There's a thing called trial and error, and that is synonymous with, inventions. Like, some of the greatest inventions have been over so many tries and trials. And this is the thing, like, I don't want for one moment, one setback, or one failure to stop me from trying again. I don't want that, because that's why I wasn't able to start YouTube when I wanted to. It's why I had so many setbacks, because I was like, oh, I'll do it when I know more, or I'll do it then. I won't. This is the thing. See, I needed to know back then, all those years ago, that I wasn't going to progress unless I did try. And that's what I want this year to be. I'm going to, not be upset, or try not to be upset. I get upset very easily. I'm going to try and not be upset with myself if it doesn't work out on the first go. And I hope all you guys, if you're going to the gym and you're just not feeling it, and you're like, you know what, I can't be bothered. I don't want you to be discouraged by the first letdown or the first setback. I don't want any of that for you guys. You can have a break. That's something else that needs to happen, is try, have a break, come back to it. Because if you can't push yourself to do it, that's okay sometimes. Sometimes you just need to sit back and just think, what can I do instead? It could be something like, oh, I can't be bothered to go to, I'm sorry, I'm using the gym as an example. I can't be bothered to go to the gym. You can easily just do a 5-minute workout at home just to get yourself into it. And eventually you realize, oh, I can do this. I can learn to do the splits, or I can include a bit more vegetables into my dinner, or something like that. Just this is the thing. The easiest way to achieve something is little steps. One step at a time. You could always put a sticky note on your mirror with a goal saying, today I will do this. And that's okay. I don't need to push myself. but I need to encourage myself. Don't push yourself too hard. That's something we all need. Because sometimes we can push ourselves too far and then we wonder why we're struggling so much. Because we can burn ourselves out too quickly. I think the saying is like trying to burn the candle at two ends, and that's never a good idea. Just start small and work your way up. Because you can really do some damage to yourself if you try and do everything at once. Like, I've done that too much. So that's why I'm not worried if my goals are not achieved. Like, it does upset me if I don't achieve what I want to do. But at the same time, I want to give myself more understanding about why I haven't achieved them. And I hope you guys do too. Like, if you're sat at home thinking, oh, why have I not done this? Oh, I should have done this. Oh, I'm so behind. Oh, just give yourself some understanding about why. And maybe that will help you achieve it. Like, if you're sat there and you're thinking, why have I not done this? You can then, in a way, analyze it like a case. Like, so on such and such date, at such and such time, I was supposed to do this, but I ended up having to play a game for 2 hours when I should have realistically played it for half an hour. Like, once you hold yourself accountable, yes, I didn't do this, but these are the reasons why, and in the future, this is how I'm going to avoid them. That would help as well, because it doesn't push too much on you then, because you've processed it in a way that makes it easier for you as well, because you're like, I know what to avoid in future, or I know how to handle the situation, or well, obviously trying to do 3 hours in one day was not a good idea for me. So instead, I'm going to start with half an hour and then progress with whatever project I'm working on. And the same with like, I want to be more healthy, but I worked late and I was tired, I was exhausted, so I went to my local takeaway instead or something like that. So you can start off by being like, you know what? Let's give myself, a bit of leeway. Let's try and start with small batches of healthy food to begin with over a period of time that is easy and not that stringent for me, because you can easily like make certain things in a short amount of time. I mean, you can go to a shop and get recipe books for recipes under 30 minutes or so. I've got one, I never use it because I don't even like cooking for 30 minutes. I like quick and easy and healthy, but that's because of I can't process certain foods properly, so I tend to eat healthy most of the time. I haven't had a takeaway in about 8 months, maybe less than that, I don't know. But yeah, I don't go to takeaways often because I don't do healthy food. That doesn't make me feel sick. So yeah, I know I sound really off in this video. I don't mean to. I just wanted to give you my opinions about New Year, because I don't want anyone to feel, after a setback, discouraged from trying or keep going at what they're doing, because some of the best things are achieved through pushing yourself, because some people work under pressure very well, but some people just need to sit back, have a think about it, and reprocess how they're going to do it in future. So, which is what I've done. I know it's been a long time, like, me trying to do my goals, but at the same time, it's been part of the learning process to give myself leeway and to give myself space to process it easier, because life doesn't slow down. So I've just been so busy and just haven't had time to just sit down and be like, right, I'm going to work on this and learn about this and see how I can edit in a different way, see how I can add this into it. Like, it's been a long time trying to adapt all that, but I'm very thankful for where I've got. Even though it's not where I wanted to be, I wanted to be further along, especially on YouTube by now, but I'm grateful for what I've learned and what I've been able to achieve up to this point. And I just hope that whatever I do in the new year is just an extension of that. That is my goal. To extend what I've learned and to achieve more with what I've learned. So I hope you guys don't put too much stress on yourselves trying to achieve your goals. And I hope that you also don't get unmotivated or discouraged. And I hope you don't procrastinate as much as I do. I procrastinate like anything. I hit one wall and I'm like, right, give myself half an hour, which turns into 2 hours of me just sat in my chair, just doing anything. Like writing random notes in my stories notebooks, or doodling on random pages of something. Like, or scrolling to try and find a video game that I haven't played in years and ending up finding other video games I want to play in the meantime. Like, I am terrible at procrastinating. So, I hope that you guys are not as bad as I am, and that whatever you want to achieve this year, I do hope you do achieve it, but don't burn yourselves out. Take it one step at a time. Learn from your mistakes and figure out what works best for you, how you work best, what helps you achieve your goals for you personally. Don't think, oh, because this worked for them and it hasn't worked for me, I can't do it. Don't think like that. Everyone works in a different way. That's why we're all different. That's why our DNAs are not the same. That's why our genetics are not the same. We're wired differently from each other, and that's good, because it means we learn differently. It means we can achieve different things with what we're able to do. So, yeah, I'm sorry if I sound off, but I wanted to just remind people it's okay. It's okay not to automatically be awesome. Believe me, I'm not awesome yet. I'm nowhere near it. So, I hope you all have a wonderful, successful, and healthy new year. Just take care of yourselves. Enjoy it. That's the main thing. Enjoy this new year. Because every year we're like, oh, I'm so glad 20 so-and-so is out of the way. I'm glad that's over. I'm glad to see the back end of it. Just remember that this time next year, you're going to be saying exactly the same thing about 2026. So, whatever you do, just make the most of the time you have this new year. Take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next video, whatever that may be. So, in the meantime, bye-bye. Bye.